Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chris Ryan Fitness. We are going to be crushing it here today on Strong Saturday. Chest, back, and abs, 45 minutes at an intermediate level. So we're going to need a pair of medium dumbbells and medium resistance band. That's the long one. Have it pitched off to the side for the time being. Spend the next few minutes here getting you nice and loose. Here we go, Karen. Happy morning to you. Kirchi in the house. Love it, love it, love it. Barbara, and turn those palms facing on up. Pull your thumbs right behind you. Back and forth all the way on through. There you go. Queen of Hearts, Tracy in the house. Oh, yes, Queen of Hearts, long time away, but good to have you back in for some live. Cynthia, Rhodey, Tony, and Tanya in the house. Love it, love it, love it. Take that nice right fist nice and tight. Elbows on between those knees. I'll get the rest of the shout-outs done here shortly. Left hand reaches on up. Everybody down and in we go. Reach up high for the sky. Push your hips back as far as you can. Couple of reps all the way on through. And then let's go ahead and hit that left fist in nice and tight. Drop those hips back and down and reach on up towards the sky right there. Oh, yeah, that's feeling good, right? Down, rotate, and one. Great job right there. Grab those toe caps now. A little bottom up squat position. Roll those shoulders forward first. Stretch out the lumbar spine, the hamstrings as much as you can. And then just come on down, a little squat position right there. And then push through those hips one more time. Eyes in towards your knees for 3, 2, and 1. Come on, walk it downtown on the ground now. High plank position or on your knees. Gonna hit 2 push-ups right here. Down, push hard through those palms. Down, push hard through those palms. Excellent, excellent work. Now go down to your knees, toes pointed away from your body. Take the right hand to the right temple and then punch the elbow up to the sky. Rotate as far as possible. A few reps right there. Oh, yeah, SC Prissy in the house. Let's go, Delene. Right elbow punching up nice and high. Good morning to you as well, Patty. And switch it up. Take that left hand up to the left temple and punch the elbow up high to the sky a couple times. Oh, yeah, feeling good through that spine. Go into a little cow now. You're going to have those palms down on the ground, toes pointed away. Round your back as much as you can. Tighten up those abdominals. Pull your face in towards your tailbone and your tailbone in towards your face. Rounding your back as much as you can. Go ahead and arch your back right there. Eyes forward. Belly button down towards the ground. All the way on through. Pull on through. Jeff, what's up, my friend? There we go. Pushing hard through those palms. Rounding that back. And then go ahead and then arch your back right there. Linda and Kathy getting it done as well. Push back in a little child's pose right here. And drop the hips back towards those heels. And then go ahead and walk those hands all the way over to that left side. There you go. Keep your eyes down towards the ground. Feel that lat stretch out on that left side. There you go. Or sorry, walk them over to your right side. Feel the lat stretch to that left side. There you go. And then walk it all the way over. Another cup of coffee for Coach Chris here. And then over to our left side we go. And then feel that deep stretch through our right side. For 2 and 1. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and pop it on up. Let's get ready to rock and roll here today. 45 long, strong minutes for us. That's right. Band making its guest appearance here. So when I say it needs to be doubled up, what we're going to do is we're going to take that band, just fold it once over another, just like so. We're starting out with the band doubled on up. You're going to go pull apart so the palms facing on down right there, Katie. So the knuckles are tilted down and in towards the ground. You're going to squeeze through your chest, working through that upper back right here. Keeping your butt nice and tight the whole way through. And you're keeping your elbows straight as possible, working through that posterior chain, right? So your index fingers touch. Knuckles are tilted down and in a few degrees. And you're going to pull strong, hold at that T-style position, and then come back on and slow and controlled. Keeping the elbows as straight as you can the whole way through. Try to push your chest forward, push your heels down to the ground, and squeeze your glutes as tight as possible, right? So you're not here soft. You're not here pulling back like this with bent elbows. You're not going a million miles an hour. I just want you to think strong pull back, coming back on in, slow and controlled, fighting the resistance band, trying to come back on in too fast, right? You want to come back on in, slow and controlled. Great job, Nama. All righty, let's turn those palms facing on up now. So you're going to place the band over those palms just like so. This time knuckles are tilted up towards the ceiling. Pinky fingers start out touching together. This time it's going to light up through the chest. The front delt's a little bit more right here. There you go. With the hands in a supinated grip position. That's right. That means the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. But as you get a little fatigued right here, don't start tilting those knuckles down. Don't start cheating the movement. Don't cheat yourself out of your gains here today, right? Pulling back strong, coming back on in slow, and controlled the whole way. Squeeze, hold, elongation, pushing through your heels as much as possible. Chest stays upright, tall, vertical position the whole time, right? There you go. Chin parallel right to the ground, and beautiful smiles on your face. Soon to be beautiful, sweaty smiles, everybody. There you go. Down and back for 3, 4, 2, oh yeah, and 1. Back extension with a band and a raise at the same time. Oh yeah, here we go. So now we're down on the ground. Butt tight, abs tight. You're going to have the band just out in front of your forehead, ever so slightly off the ground with the knuckles pointed away. Now pull the band apart just a couple inches so your wrists are in alignment with your elbows. What you're going to do right here, pull your chest off the ground as high as you can, squeeze your butt, and then press out, and then pull back on in. Down, pull up, out, right back on in. Wrists, elbows in alignment with one another the whole way through. Pulling your chest, sternum off the ground as high as possible, down and back, right? So eyes go down and then eyes out in front, squeezing through your glutes, lighting up through your upper back, mid-back position. Excellent, excellent work, everybody. You got 10 seconds to go right there. So you want to think squeezing through those shoulder blades, just curling your chest ever so slightly off the ground, punching right out in front of you for 2 and 1. Oh, that felt good. Flip it on over. LC to good morning time. We go. So now you're going to keep the band double on up. Take it right over the top side of your toes. Legs start out straight, right? So your legs are right out in front. Toes flex back towards your face. What are you going to do right here? Stack your chest right on up over your hips. So your ear over the shoulder, over the hip. Slight lean forward and then slight pull back, right? There you go. You're going to feel a little stretch to those hamstrings, of course. But you want to think tall chest the whole way through so you're not rounding your back. This is not what you're doing. You want to think slight forward, lean, and then pull through that lumbar spine region, that lower back, right? So you're trying to drive your shoulder blades back and down as much as you can. So it's almost like you're trying to look up and out a little bit right there, right? Bring your shoulders out in front of your hips and then gently pull on back. Excellent, excellent work. But you're once again keeping that tall chest all the way through so you feel the movement pattern initiate in the lower lumbar spine versus rounding our back in any way, right? Great job right there, everybody. Static hold or static kicks, scissor kicks with static band hold. We go. So the head is resting on the ground. You're going to punch the band on up ever so slightly, right out in front, over the top side of your shoulders and right up over your chest, right? And you're going to have those toes flex back towards your face, legs straight as possible the whole way through, head rested on the ground, tension in that band. So the lumbar spine and that lower third of your back fully compressed on the ground. Bent leg scissor kicks, totally cool. If you need that modifier, you go ahead and take it. But we are putting tension in that band, right? You're pressing up and gently pulling on out. The goal is targeting those abdominals. That's right. So you're targeting those abs, pulling those ribs down and in towards the hips the whole way through, showing yourself core control the whole time. Press those knuckles on up and pull them out wide, everybody. Right there, right now for 3, 2, 1. Fantastic start to your strong Saturday. So bands off to the side for a couple rounds right here. That's right. Go ahead, stand on up. Fantastic, fantastic start to your workout, everybody. So we're getting it done in the best way, right? You got your chest on open. You got your backside open, those shoulders open. Definitely started engaging those abdominals as well. So that last section had a little bit of everything on in there, working with our band. Now, time to target through some dumbbells, right? Let's get strong, everybody. So DBs on into our hands we go. Supinated grip row. Supinated grip, of course, palms facing away from your body. You're going to have the feet just outside those hips, hinging at the hip. Go row the DBs back toward your hip pocket right here. So you're at a slight angle, right? Out in front of your shoulders, pulling back toward your hip pocket, enjoying that squeeze for a second or two at the hip pocket. So eyes are down towards the ground. Shoulder blades engaged the whole way. Pull back strong. Come back out front and center. Palms facing away from your body the whole way through. Pivot, show you a couple different angles right here. Back and forth, of course. Towards the hip pocket, down and in. Oh, yeah. Amazing, amazing work. There we go. Awesome job. Come on, Queen of Hearts. There we go. Yeah, the band work. She said, oh, I know how to use some weights, but sometimes I don't feel strong with a band. Just a dummy. You're definitely not dummy with a band, Queen of Hearts, but it just feels like you have to make sure you know what muscles to engage, right? Shoulder shrug time, dumbbells out in front, palms facing on in towards each other, shoulder blades retracted back and down. And what I find with bands is people say, oh, bands are easy, right? Bands can be easy if you're not putting the right tension in there, if you're not holding them in the right way, if they're too loose. But it all of a sudden gets really tough when you just put them in those right angles, right? It's all the little laws of physics right there. So the more you can put the bands in the right angles, your wrists, the elbows, the abdominals, whatever it might be, it lights up through the muscles in the best way, but also through the joints, right? Up, out, and back we go. Shrug them out up. Take them on back. Dumbbells, palms facing on in towards one another the whole way through. Remember, sometimes a weight could be 10 pounds, but 10 pounds could be really heavy if you're holding it out in front of your body, right? 10 pounds could be really light if you're just holding it at your chest, next to the center of your mass. It's all a matter of perspective right there. Reverse flies, everybody. So knuckles pointing on in together, palms facing on in towards each other. And with those bands, the band exercises, they're so good because they allow the muscles to move in a whole different way. That's right. So reverse flies right here. You're punching those elbows on back, south of the shoulder, north of the hip, squeezing through your upper back, mid-back position as much as you can. Pushing right on in through those heels the whole way through. Back and forth. Excellent, excellent job. And back to those bands with the variable tension. That's right. When the bands are fully extended, that means that we're going to have some muscle being built, right? That's going to put some muscles under tension. And when we come back on in, slow, controlled, fighting that resistance band as you come back on in, that's where the secret sauce is made, right? There you go, everybody. Back and forth for 3, for 2, and 1. Excellent, excellent job. Chest press time. We go downtown on our backside. Traditional chest press right here, everybody. You're going to just have those knuckles tilted in towards the ceiling, palms facing in towards one another. Turn and twist. Fire those DBs up, palms facing out towards those knees. Head rested on the ground. Punching those palms facing out toward your knees at the top side. Corkscrew twist. Pulling the elbows down close towards the ribs. They don't necessarily need to touch the ribs, but I want you to avoid going wide outside the shoulder, right? Come down and in, bringing the elbows to the southern part of the rib cage, wrists just out in front of those elbows, or towards the shoulders rather, and then the elbows just out in front of those wrists, punching up and fully extending up, stacking the wrist over the elbow. Oh yeah, at the top side position. Down and in. Pull the dumbbells down, squeezing through your upper mid-back as you bring them back down for 2 and 1. Scissor kicks, static hold now. So this time you're holding the dumbbells up. Let's see what's tougher, right? So you're holding dumbbells up so the inside heads are touching. Head is rested on the ground. Toes flex back. So we just did in the last round to finish it up the band hold with the scissor kicks, band pull apart rather. Now you can either do the static knee hold or the bent knee position as needed for the modifier. The knuckles should be pointed up towards the sky. The dumbbells inside heads are touching. The knuckles are pushing up as high as you can, so the rear delts on the back side of the shoulders are just off the ground, right? You're pushing up as high as you can right there, pulling those ribs right on in towards those hips, lighting it on up. Less than 15 seconds, everybody. Come on. Stay strong right there. Keep moving through those hip flexors, those abdominals, those obliques, pushing that lumbar spine down on the ground the whole time for 2 and 1. Fantastic, fantastic work. So dumbbells off to the side. Hand release push-up time we go. You can do traditional hand release push-ups where you're in a full high plank position to start on out, or knee push-ups if you wish for the modifier. Starting out with the traditional, going down slow, controlled, chest touches the ground, butt's tight, release the hands, squeeze to the upper back, and then push the floor as hard as you can. Stay right there with the traditional if you got it, everybody. You're going to come on down, knees on the ground for the modifier, slow control down, release the hands, squeeze through the upper back, and then push the floor again. So all the changes are the knees on the ground on that modifier, but you still want to lower yourself slowly, keep your butt tight no matter what, and then push the floor as hard as possible. Slow control down, release, squeeze, push. That's right, everybody. Lighten on up for 3, for 2, and 1. Rest it on up. Absolutely fantastic work so far. So got some band work done and got some dumbbell work done, right? Getting to the best of both worlds. Don't you worry, we got plenty of both coming your way here for the rest of the workout. So we're about a third of the way through the workout. Grab some water, towel on off as needed. Keep on posting away during the rest intervals. Anything that you would like to comment on the workout, let us know how you're doing here today, everybody, as well. Single arm row with a pause hold. So now we're going into on our knees, no matter what right here. I want you to take the dumbbell into that right hand, knees behind the hips, left palm on the ground, starting out with the dumbbell just out in front of the shoulder. Row it back towards the hip. Now hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it back down under center. Do it again. Row, hold. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it back under center. As soon as it touches, immediately row back on up for that pause hold. That's right. Little static iso hold position. Down we go, keeping your eyes down towards the ground. Shoulders and hips square towards the ground the whole way through. You do not want to twist, right? I don't want you twisting. I want you to think anti-rotation right here. Core stays engaged the whole time. Oh, yeah. Toes on the ground. Last rep. Best rep. Excellent job. Take it down and switch it on up. So now your right hand's on the ground. Left hand has that dumbbell starting out in front of your shoulder. Rolling it back towards your left hip. Keeping your hips and shoulders, eye gaze all square down towards the ground. Holding for a good 3 count. There you go. Don't count. 1, 2, 3. No, count 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Don't make me count them all out for you. There we go, everybody. Down and in. Go up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Excellent job. Hold. Keep squeezing. Keep flexing. And then bring it back slow as possible. Of course, you're going to get tired. I totally understand. But don't forget, this is your time to shine. Your strong Saturday. You could be hugging some pillows. Instead, you're hugging that DB right here as hard as possible. You're engaging those lats. Your CBA for the win here today, everybody. Little chest, back, and abs. Last rep, best rep. Squeeze. Take it down. Amazing job, everybody. Dumbbells off to the side. Swimmer time we go. All right, little body weight right here. So now your arms out in front, toes pointed away, elbows straight, knees locked. Left arm, right leg raises off the ground. Hold again for a couple seconds, and then down slow, and then switch it up. Right arm, left leg. Hold for a couple seconds. Elongation through the lat, through that mid-back position, through the glutes as much as possible. Back and forth the whole time. Eyes remain down towards the ground. Squeezing through that backside. Oh, yeah. Amazing work, everybody. Smiles on those faces. Lengthening through that upper mid-back position. Reaching and stretching as far as you can. Keeping those glutes nice and tight the whole time. Excellent work. Back to some chest presses. This time we're going to go full neutral presses. Dumbbells facing on in with the knuckles pointed up towards the sky. Palms facing in towards your body. Hit it on through. Right up over top side. Connect both heads of the dumbbells over your chest. Press the knuckles up. And then squeeze. Back down. Press those knuckles on up. And then squeeze right back down. Oh, yeah. Heads rest on the ground. Knees are bent. Driving strong right up over the top side. And then pulling down. Elbows come nice and close towards the ribs. They don't necessarily need to touch the ribs, of course, but just close versus going out too wide. Press up strong. Pull down strong and slow. Defy gravity. Building muscle at all points of your movement pattern here today for 2 and 1. Fantastic work. One dumbbell is off to the side. Other dumbbell goes out, fully out behind you to an overhead pull formation. So it starts out vertical, and you're going to have your arms nearly straight, targeting through the lats, pulling the dumbbell up over your face, slow control back on through. So about a 5-10 degree elbow bend is all we would want. Near straight arm position, targeting through the lats on the backside as much as possible. slow, controlled descent down, up, strong as possible. Slow, controlled descent down. Nice little abdominal burn right here as well. Keep your abs in tight, ribs driving on in towards those hips, targeting through the lats. Little tricep action for you as well. The goal, getting that V taper, right? Expanding the rib cage, pulling the shoulders back as far as you can. Oh, yeah. 3, 4, 2, last rep, best rep, and 1. Could do those all day, right? Feels so good to pull your shoulders on back. Now, you're going to go pull through with a push-up. So one dumbbell starts outside your left shoulder. If you started out with the knee push-ups earlier for any movement, go to your knees for the modifier on this one. If you're handling that traditional high plank, you probably handle the traditional high plank push-up on this one as well. Underhand grip with that right hand, set it outside that right shoulder. You now go down for that push-up. Underhand grip, left hand, set outside that left shoulder, go down for that push-up. Down and in, keeping your abs strong and tight the whole way through. Squeeze through those glutes, everybody. Down and back we go. Push the floor as hard as you can. Settle up that DB just outside your shoulder, but make sure you are lifting it off the ground. Back and forth for 3, for 2, and 1. Rest it on up. Oh, yeah. Amazing, amazing work, everybody. Yeah, Jeff made a comment right there. The band earlier in the first series, we were doing those extensions, the back extensions for one of our third movement, I believe, was the back extensions with a press out and then pull back on in. Very tough, right? A lot of those movements can be tougher the more muscle you have. So I'm not going to name names here, but a lot of times, myself included, the guys tend to have a little bit more topside action and they go out for that extension phase, right? Because traditionally, there's a lot more load up here in our shoulders for the men out there, and they think, oh, it's so easy to work with a band, and after 2 reps, it's like, oh my goodness, right? There you go. That's why sometimes when you see guys taking Pilates classes, they're always like, oh my, that was so hard. There you go. But I love making life tough, but also learning it, and then learning from all our actions in the best way possible. Rotations forward, rotations backward, we go. So you're gonna start out rotations forward, my friends, up and over the top side. So you're leaning strong through those knuckles out in front, tall posture, up over the top side as much as you can, keeping your glutes in nice and tight the whole way through. Back and forth, strong as possible. There you go for 3, for 2, last rep, best rep, and 1. Excellent job. Reverse rotations. There you go. Up over top side, pull it back underneath. Up over top side, pull it back underneath. So you notice a lot of our movements here today, it's not just about pecs, right? When you see chest, back, and abs, it's like, oh, I just wanted to go, 3 sets of 10 on the bench press, call it a day, right? It's not just that. You want to think you're going to protect yourself. You're going to get up underneath the undercarriage of the arm. You're going to work full ranges of motion in a multitude of ways, thinking about your trunk from the hips north, right? The whole position, the sides, the front, the back. There you go, everybody. The shoulders, the lats, the pecs, those delts, those abdominals, obliques. Oh, yeah, that lumbar spine as well. Pushing hard through those heels, my friends. Back and forth. And a lot of times, we neglect those muscles, so workouts like this are paramount to our success and our overall health. Low rotations from our right side position to start out. So just the bands underneath that right foot, like so. Make sure it's about as even as possible. Start out with the fingers underneath, knuckles pointed down towards the ground, thumbs wrapped on top. Take those feet out wide. What are you going to do right here? Eyes forward, rotate up and over to that left shoulder, slow controlled pull back until the band is almost nearly in that soft position. Up nice and strong. Eyes forward. So you're rotating through your trunk, right? There you go. Down, working through those abs, those shoulders as much as you can. Oh, yeah, those front deltoids the whole way through. Feet fully flat through the ground. Knees pushing down and in towards those heels. Keeping those glutes tight, abdominals tight the whole way through. Down, right back on, up, down, right, back on up. You go for 2 and 1. Quickly switch. The band goes underneath that left foot. Feet out nice and wide. You're going to go up and over to the top side. Slow, control, back underneath that hip line. Strong up, slow, and controlled. We go. We pivot quickly a little bit right here. Back on in. Slow and controlled the whole way through. Excellent. Excellent job, everybody. Down and in. So proud of each and every one of you. Targeting such a tough workout. Several tough moves thrown through here as well, right? Down and in we go. Back and forth. Oh, yeah. Come on, Nama. You're getting tired. I know. I'm getting tired too. But guess what? Iron sharpens iron. We are cheering you all on. Come on. Down and in the whole time. There you go, Tracy. Come on. Light it up here today. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic work there, Karen Kirchie in the house. Love it, love it, love it. So lateral raise time. Take the band underneath both feet now. Shoulder blades pulled back and down. And tilt those knuckles in towards your hips right here. Flex those triceps before you start. Just press those knuckles up towards the sky. Down, slow and controlled. So you're doing right out to a T-style position, trying to pull your pinky fingers slightly behind your shoulders. You're not here, but you're not out in front, right? You're right about in alignment with the shoulders, knuckles tilted down and in, straight elbow position. So you feel the lats open up. You feel that upper back, right? Coming down slow, controlled, strong punch on up. Now squeeze your glutes strong as you can. Pull your ribs towards your hips, but keep your chest up vertical. So you have counterbalancing tension throughout your whole body. Think of a suspension bridge right here, right? You got the cables holding up that bridge, making sure nice and strong the whole way through for traffic. For 3, for 2, and 1. Fantastic job right there, everybody. Front raise time we go. Knuckles tilted down and in. Abs nice and tight. Glutes even tighter. Let's go, Cynthia. More shoulder fun for us here. Down, slow. Deltoids on fire. Now, the whole time, I want you to think you're squeezing those abdominals as much as possible too, right? You're not just having those abs loose. You want to think force generation completely throughout your whole body. You are pushing hard through the floor with your heels. You're not falling forward on your toes, right? Your knees can be straight, but they shouldn't be locked to where you're engaging the quadriceps more than the glutes. You want to think glutes tight, pushing through the heels, and then counterbalancing tension by squeezing those abdominals, pulling the shoulder blades back, right? So you're tight here, and then tight in the upper mid-back region as well. Excellent, excellent work, everybody. Slow, control down because you're in a distal formation out in front. Oh, yeah. Down slow, up strong, down nice and slow, up nice and strong. You go for 2 and 1. Supinated grip fly we go. Keep the grip right where it's at. Just turn the palms facing away. Tilt those knuckles away from your body right here. This one's going to be fun for your chest. Now start out with the palms facing away, elbows right out in front of those ribs. Connect those pinky fingers right out in front. Bring those knuckles right out in front of your belly button. As soon as you get there, go right back on up. It's like a double fist punch. Squeezing those knuckles up, up, and away. You're going to get a big old pump right there in those front delts and those pecs. Oh, yeah. Certainly putting the chest and the chest back and abs on this one right here. Down, slow, up strong, though. Keep those wrists tilted up. If you start tilting those knuckles down and in, you're not going to enjoy that pump. You came here for a reason, everybody. Let's get those pecs looking good. Oh, yeah. Punch and drive those knuckles as far away. Control that descent as much as you can. As soon as you come down right south of your belly button, you immediately punch right back on up in that supinated grip fashion, right? Down, get it again. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Amazing work. Rest it on up. Fantastic, fantastic job, everybody. That's good stuff right there, right? So bands teaching us some lessons here today, right? Getting our muscles working in a whole different way than the weights. But then the weights come in and they kick our butt just like weights always do, right? It's a pretty fun workout. I love these style of workouts where you're going back and forth, doing a mishmash of different exercises, throwing some body weight in there for some curveballs as well. Fantastic, fantastic work, everybody. Okay, dumbbell crunch. Arms are alternating with a static press. So you're going to have those DBs in your hands, talking away over here, chipping in the exercises for us. Apologies. So here's what you can do. Knuckles pointing on up, palms facing away. You're just going to crunch up and press up that left arm a little higher than that right, back into center. Press up that right arm a little higher than that left. So you're right up over the top side of your shoulders, pressing the dumbbells in towards one another to maybe where they're just about an inch or two apart. Your chin tucked in towards your chest. Your abs are as tight as possible. Your knuckles are pointed up towards the ceiling, and you're just up over the top side of your sternum, pressing up and in instead of up and outside that shoulder, right? Up and in to the center point of your body, raising through the shoulder blades off the ground. Abs absolutely as tight as you can. Lumbar spine fully flat on the ground. Right there for 3. Come on. 2. Last rep, best rep. 1. Barrel press time. We go. Now your elbows south of the shoulder, north of the hip. Act like you're hugging a big old barrel right here. Press those knuckles in towards one another. Palms facing in towards your sternum. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull the elbows back to the original start position. Press those knuckles up. Drive back down. Oh, yeah. So it's a front side, back side movement right here. Even though it's called a barrel press, I don't want you to think you're just working the front side. After the press, pull through your shoulder blades. That's right. Light up that upper mid-back position as much as possible. Strong drive up, slow controlled back. There you go. Strong drive up, slow controlled back you go. Love it, love it, love it. Back and forth, my friends. Come on. Right here, right now. Light it on up for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Oh, yeah. All right, next one's going to build a little character. High plank forward taps. We go. Starting out with 1 dumbbell on this one. You can do it on your knees for a modifier or from a high plank position for a standard. Start with the dumbbell just south of your sternum. Take the dumbbell into your left hand. Right hand's on the ground. Tap it up, back, set it out into your sternum. Push the left hand down the ground. Grab that right hand dumbbell. Press it up. Tap it back. We go. So holding the high plank or on your knees for a modifier. Just a little love tap out with the dumbbell without rotating through the core. The modifier, of course, as I stated, on your knees, back and forth, knees behind the hips, so you're still loaded as much as possible through those abdominals, right? The goal, shoulders, hips square to the ground, stabilizing through your palm, and then keeping those abs in as tight as you can with the dumbbell side, right? There you go, everybody. Back and forth you go for 2 and 1. Knee diamond push-ups. Now, we're all going to go to our knees on this one. You're going to have your thumbs and index fingers as close together as possible. You're going to place the diamond that you just made with your hands on the ground right below your sternum. The knees well behind those hips, toes pointing away from your body. Now we're going to descend for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Push. There you go. Pause. Let's do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Push. Excellent, excellent work. Keep your elbows turning on in. Keep going down slow and controlled at that same cadence. There you go. As soon as you hit that 5 count, hold for that 3 count, and then push as hard as you can. You got 3. You got 2. You got a little spicy right there, everybody. Love it. Dumbbell sit-ups with a press. We go. So back to our dumbbells. You're going to go take both dumbbells into your hands. You're going to go on into it. Knuckles pointed up towards the sky, neutral grip position. You're going to take your chin to your chest. You're going to sit up. Press those dumbbells right up over your shoulders. Back and forth you go. Modifier right here, you're just going to go ahead and do dumbbell crunches. So you're going to take your chin to your chest, dumbbells rested on top side of those shoulders, chin tucked in towards your chest, pushing through those abdominals, pulling your shoulder blades off the ground, but you are squeezing as hard as you can. You're not trying to jerk your neck back and forth, right? You're trying to keep your chin to your chest, squeeze those abs in strong, slide those ribs down and in towards those hips. If you can, full sit up with that full big press up at the top side. We go back and forth, clearing your ears as much as you can at the top side of your press. Excellent, excellent job, everybody. Down and back. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic, fantastic work. Static press with cross kicks now. So now your palms facing away, chin tucked in towards your chest. You're taking those legs out in front, shoulder blades off the ground, cross kick. So you're pulling those feet out wide, toes flexed back toward your face, knees straight as possible, chin in towards your chest. So you're holding that hollow hold. This is the standard. Modifier, head can rest on the ground, Knees slightly bent, cross kicks remain in place, right? Feet go wide, keep those toes dorsiflexed, the knees well out in front of the hips, pressing those knuckles up high towards the sky the whole way through. I'm gonna go back to that standard movement, back and forth. Final 20 seconds to go, everybody. Legs straight, toes flexed back and in towards your body, knuckles pointed up towards the sky the whole way through. Rock and rolling inside of 10 seconds to crush those abdominals here today. Love it, Strong Saturday crew. Here we go. 3, 4, 2, and 1. Fantastic, fantastic job. Low plank, side step, time we go. Body weight only on this one. Here we go. Dumbbells off to the side. You're gonna go over to a low plank position where the forearms are down through the ground. 2 tight fists. We go. So forearms strong through the ground. Starting out with those feet close together. Knuckles pointed away from your body, making a little triangle position with those forearms. Eyes down towards the ground, legs straight. Tap out that right foot wide without moving your body at all. Bring it back on into center. Now keep your torso square, left foot out wide, and then right back on into center. Legs straight the whole way through. Toes flex back toward your face the whole time. Shoulders, hips square all the way, baby. Love it. If that's too much, hold that low plank position. Static hold, low plank, pushing as hard as you can through those palms, but keep on tapping out 1 second or so each side, and then right back on into center for 3, 2, and 1. Rest it on up. Fantastic, fantastic job so far, everybody. So, absolutely crushed everything that's been thrown your way here today. You only got 1 more section remaining. That's it, and then you are into the cool down. 45 minutes flying by this morning for you in the best way, right? Getting that pump going, building that strength, learning a ton about how your body works, and a ton about how maybe sometimes modifiers aren't necessarily bad to choose, right? A lot of times modifiers allow us to get stronger, helping us to build that strong foundation brick by brick by brick, or band by band, dumbbell by dumbbell. Alternating high plank row we go. You can do this one with both dumbbells, or you can do 1 dumbbell in your hand and the other dumbbell switched up halfway through. So you're gonna row up towards your hip pocket, down we go, up we go. Right side, left side. If it's too much on your wrists for any reason, you can start out dumbbell in that right hand, just go up for several reps, back and forth you go, and you can alternate over to that left hand, several reps you go. Just keep on alternating 2, 3 reps each side, and then go back on into the next rep. You got 20 seconds to go right there, everybody. Keeping your chin tucked in toward your chest, your glutes tight, your torso square to the ground the whole way through. Try to pull back towards your hip, not rowing towards your shoulder, right? Shoulders, hips square, abs tight, working through that posterior chain as much as you can for 2 and 1. Single arm dumbbell press, we go. So now your dumbbell goes into that right hand. So you got your dumbbell into that right hand. Now you're in an offset unilateral position, which means that you're only working with a heavy load on that right side. So you have the neutral grip position, press up, turn the knuckles up and away, palm facing away at the top side, pull back down and in. You are pressing up with that right hand, pressing the fist up over your sternum to the center of your chest, right? You are not pressing outside the shoulder. Think press to the center of your mass, row back down to the base of the rib with that elbow. Excellent, excellent work. So now you're pressing with a single medium dumbbell, right? Probably feeling quite heavy by this point in the workout. Totally cool. That's what we're looking for, everybody. Little fatigue factor. This is where you got to work the muscle stabilizers, the balance control, the coordination, right? Because sometimes in life, you're not always fresh. You got to get on after it, even when fatigued. There you go. Switch the dumbbell up to that left hand, right hand on the ground. But unilateral movements tend to be very tough for a lot of us, right? Because we want to think, oh, we want to have an even load on the same sides, right? Think about when you're trying to carry bags or something like that. You're like, oh, I'm going to switch it back and forth, left, right. Sometimes, though, we don't always have an even load. We're overloaded on one side versus another. Most of us are right-handed than left-handed, so it seems like there's a little bit more coordination to be had with our right hands versus our left hands, for instance. There you go. Back and forth you go. But that means that we sometimes use our right arm too much. So we're going to get our left side stronger, right? There you go. Back and forth you go. Excellent, excellent work. There's a whole multitude of reasons why we do unilateral movements. So many that I could list. There you go. But I don't have enough time for 3, 4, 2, and 1. But probably you're already starting to figure out, oh, that felt good. That was challenging, right? In a different way. Low scap push-ups we go. All right, this one's fun. So this is going to be challenging. You're going to go over to a low plank position. So your scaps, your shoulder blades, you're going to go back and forth. It's going to be a short range motion of movement. It's only going to be an inch or two in the range of motion probably for most of us with our movement pattern. Nice tight fists, triangle position. So you're going to round your back as much as you can. Now what you're going to do, horizontal position means that you're going to bring your shoulder blades together, bring your chest down towards the ground, and then push hard through those forearms and then round your back, right? Pull your shoulder blades down and in, and then nice and strong. So it's just a scap push-up. Relax your shoulder blades, push the lats back and down and in, but you're not piking your hips up, right? Your whole torso comes down in a horizontal fashion an inch or two, and then up in a horizontal fashion an inch or two. Your eyes remain down, pushing hard through those forearms, just working through that upper mid-back position the whole time for 2 and 1. Great job on that one, everybody. Push-ups with a climber time we go. So high plank position for our push-ups, eyes down, or you can do on your knees. You're going to go 1 push-up, slow control down, push the floor as hard as you can. Mountain climber, knee towards the opposite elbow without twisting your shoulders. You are twisting through your hips. Go on into that one. That's the standard. If you got it, go for it. Modifier, I'll quickly demo. You're on your knees, knee push up, straighten out those legs at the top side, and then still hit that mountain climber. Twisting through those hips the whole way through. Down, push the floor hard. There you go. Twist through the hips, knee towards the opposite elbow, down, and then push the floor as hard as you can. You want to think toes flexed in towards your shins the whole way through. Excellent, excellent job. Final 10 seconds, everybody, right there, right now. Crushing those mountain climbers, working those abdominals all the way on home. 3, 2, 1. Press with negative leg raise, positive gains. Oh, yeah. So now you're going to hold those dumbbells up in a static hold formation again. There you go. Knuckles pointing up towards the sky, palms facing out towards your shins and knees. Head can rest on the ground, toes flexed in. Go down slow and controlled. There you go. Bend those knees on in. Straighten those legs back on out as much as possible. And then go down slow and controlled, keeping your lumbar spine fully flat on the ground. As soon as you feel it disengage in any way, go ahead and bend those knees on in, rinse, and repeat. But you're pressing your knuckles up as high as possible over your sternum. That is going to help pull your ribs down and in towards your hips. The higher you press, the more compression you will get in the upper abdominals by pulling the ribs towards those hips. Of course, when you slowly lower those legs, that's going to light up through those abs, especially the southern lower ab region. For 2 and 1. Oh, yeah. Dumbbells off to the sides, my friends. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic job here today, right? Stand tall, stand proud, and we all learned that right here today. Flex them if you got them. Tag me with some sweaty, pumped up selfies later. Post away in the Team Chris Ryan Fitness Facebook group, everybody. Let everyone know how much you're loving the app. Keep on posting on your own social media as well. Paying it forward. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Expanding throughout the world, the Chris Ryan Fitness community. Absolutely amazing stuff today. That's right. And yes, Tracy, sometimes when I say fun, it really is fun. There we go. Awesome, awesome job. So let's go right on a quick little stretch. Palms facing up towards the ceiling. So proud of each and every one of you. You're going to pull those thumbs out behind you as far as you can, pressing those hips forward. But of course, I always want to make it as fun as possible here at Chris Ryan Fitness. But also, I love to teach and coach y'all to be your best selves, right? I love to have you learn why we do what we do rather than just say, hey, do this, right? Do as I do, right? I want you to think, oh, this is why I'm doing it. So you can take it out there in your everyday life, maybe pay it forward with your kids, your spouse, your coworkers, your friends, whoever it might be, right? Because you always have that friend that says, oh, I hurt my shoulder doing this. Oh, have you tried this, before? Oh, I bench press 3 times a week. Oh, that could be it, There's always I come across friends like that all the time. Been in the fitness world forever, and they always ask me for advice, and they never take it. It's so funny. Elbows up over the top side, and then tilt a little bit over to that left side we go. There you go. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. And then up and over to that right side. Stretch out through that left side as much as possible. Excellent, excellent work, everybody, today. So you came, you saw, you conquered it here today. We'll be back live for the next week as well. Be sure to check out that live calendar. Please RSVP to those classes so I can see head count before I head on into those classes, see what time slots are most popular, right? Because I'm still testing out all those different time slots for y'all, different days of the week, as much as I can with my own schedule. And I love y'all. You guys are crushing it. So proud of each and every one of you. Keep on paying it forward, everybody. Have an amazing rest of your strong Saturday here today.